Good morning, everyone, and thank you for choosing today's market analysis. Every day, our goal is to provide you with a thorough and knowledgeable analysis of the most relevant financial news to help you navigate the complex economic landscape. Let's begin our daily review. Market analysis, September 5, 2023. European stocks stumbled alongside their Asian counterparts as China's latest economic data raised concerns about the sustainability of its recovery. The Stoxx 600 index retreated by 0.7%, marking its fifth consecutive day in the red. Meanwhile, U.S. equity futures faced downward pressure, and the U.S. dollar gained ground against other major currencies. Treasury bonds experienced a dip in prices as cash trading resumed following the Labor Day holiday in the United States. China's service sector revealed signs of deceleration in August, with the slowest growth rate observed this year, according to an industry survey. This data has fueled doubts about the strength of the country's economic rebound, putting a damper on previous optimism linked to government stimulus efforts. In response, the MSCI Asia-Pacific Index headed for its first decline in 7 days, with Hong Kong shares taking the lead, dropping by over 1%. Simultaneously, the offshore yuan faced a weakening trend. Analysts attributed the market's retreat to the disappointing service sector PMI data. Hebe Chen, an analyst at IG Markets Limited in Melbourne, remarked, "It's the typical post-party reality check that's cooling down China's rally today, as the services PMI notably missed expectations, suggesting further economic downtrend ahead." On a different note, Country Garden Holdings Company informed creditors that it had met its obligations by paying coupons on $2-denominated bonds within their grace periods. This development comes as the embattled developer, emblematic of China's property sector challenges, considers extending principal payments for 8 yuan bonds, as reported by bondholders who received briefings from the company's advisors. Traders are now focusing their attention on August PMI data from the euro area amid concerns of stagflation within the region. European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde refrained from providing clear signals regarding potential interest rate changes in her Monday speech. Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated revised its estimate of the probability of a U.S. recession, citing ongoing positive inflation and labor market data. Jan Hatzius, the chief economist, noted a reduced 12-month U.S. recession probability of 15%, down 5 percentage points from their previous estimate. In the commodities market, Brent crude oil experienced its first daily decline in 6 days, falling by 0.3% to $88.71 per barrel. Expectations of additional supply cuts from OPEC Plus had driven prices to near their highest levels since November. On the other hand, the price of gold faced downward pressure. Market activity in the U.S. was subdued on Monday due to the Labor Day holiday. In the Asia-Pacific region, markets faced declines as regional economic data painted a gloomy picture. China's Shanghai Composite Index dropped by 0.72% as the country's service sector reported its slowest expansion in 8 months, according to a Caixin survey. Meanwhile, South Korea's Kospi Index slipped by 0.13% after recording a year-on-year inflation rate of 3.4%, surpassing July's figure of 2.3%. In the international arena, India currently holds the presidency of the G20. However, the lack of a joint communiqué among the G20 nations, due to objections from Russia and China, has raised concerns about India's credibility as a key geopolitical player. Financial experts have noted disparities between China's overinvestment and India's underinvestment. Chaitanya Kandhari, a managing director and deputy chief investment officer at Morgan Stanley, emphasized that China's economy is burdened with excessive debt and oversupplied goods, especially in the real estate sector, while India presents investment opportunities. Chinese electric vehicle (EV) companies are expanding their presence in Europe, with prominent exhibitors at the IAA Auto Show in Munich, Germany. Firms like Leapmotor, BYD, and Speng are planning expansions into the European market, challenging established players like BMW, Ford, and Mercedes. As for the cryptocurrency market, predicting the future of Bitcoin remains a challenge. While some experts are optimistic about its potential, others have voiced skepticism. Bitcoin's value at the time of writing stands at $25,699, marking a 55% increase since the beginning of the year. However, it remains significantly lower than its all-time high of $68,990 in November 2021. Following a three-day weekend, U.S. stock index futures were down 0.3% at the time of press. The U.S. dollar index was trading at its highest level since late May near 104.50, and the 10-year U.S. Treasury bond yield was flat near 4.2%. Pressured by the renewed USD strength, euro to US dollar started to stretch lower in the early European morning and was last seen trading near 1.0770. Pound sterling to US dollar closed the first day of the week in positive territory but retreated back below 1.2600 early Tuesday, erasing all the gains it registered on Monday. US dollar to Japanese yen gained traction early Tuesday and advanced to the 147.00 area. Jibun Bank Services PMI in Japan came in at 54.3, matching the flash estimate and the market expectation. Gold price closed flat near $1,940 on Monday but came under modest bearish pressure early Tuesday, with the 10-year U.S. Treasury bond yield holding steady following the upsurge seen on Friday. Before proceeding with our analysis, we would like to remind you that your support is very important to us. If you enjoy this video and find our content helpful and engaging, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. This helps us grow and provide you with even more quality content. Now, let's get back to the news on the financial markets and the latest updates. Bitcoin's volatile nature makes it difficult to make accurate predictions. It often behaves in response to economic conditions but can also serve as a safe haven during times of uncertainty. Recent developments in the legal landscape, including a U.S. court ruling in favor of Grayscale, have fueled optimism in the cryptocurrency market. Yet, the SEC's delay in approving Bitcoin ETFs has introduced uncertainty and contributed to a 10% decline in Bitcoin's price for August. Key events this week. Eurozone S&P Global Eurozone Services PMI, PPI, Tuesday. U.S. factory orders, Tuesday. ECB President Christine Lagarde chairs panel focused on central banks and international sanctions at ECB Legal Conference, Tuesday. Australia GDP, Wednesday. Eurozone retail sales, Wednesday. Germany factory orders, Wednesday. U.S. trade, Wednesday. Canada rate decision, Wednesday. Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey testifies to the UK Parliament's Treasury Select Committee, Wednesday. Federal Reserve issues Beige Book Economic Survey, Wednesday. Boston Fed President Susan Collins speaks on the economy at New England Council, Wednesday. China trade, Forex reserves, Thursday. Eurozone GDP, Thursday. U.S. initial jobless claims, Thursday. Bank of Canada Governor Tiff Macklem to speak on the Economic Progress Report, Thursday. New York Fed President John Williams participates in moderated discussion at the Bloomberg Market Forum, Thursday. Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic speaks on economic outlook at Broward College, Thursday. Japan GDP, Friday. France industrial production, Friday. Germany CPI, Friday. Some of the main moves in markets. Stocks. The Stoxx Europe 600 fell 0.7% as of 8:20 a.m. London time. S&P 500 futures fell 0.3%. Nasdaq 100 futures fell 0.2%. Futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 0.3%. The MSCI Asia Pacific Index fell 0.7%. The MSCI Emerging Markets Index fell 0.8%. Currencies. The Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index rose 0.4%. The euro fell 0.3% to $1.0764. The Japanese yen fell 0.3% to 146.90 per dollar. The offshore yuan fell 0.3% to 7.2988 per dollar. The British pound fell 0.3% to $1.2591. Cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin fell 0.6% to $25,681.94. Ether fell 0.4% to $1,620.96. Bonds. The yield on 10-year Treasuries advanced 3 basis points to 4.21%. Germany's 10-year yield was little changed at 2.58%. Britain's 10-year yield was little changed at 4.46%. Commodities. Brent crude fell 0.5% to $88.58 a barrel. Spot gold fell 0.3% to $1,937.41 an ounce. In conclusion, we'd like to thank you for watching today's market analysis. If you enjoyed our insights and found the information helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to our channel to stay updated with future analyses. Thank you again for your support, and we'll see you soon with more interesting news. Remember, the information in this video is purely informational and does not constitute investment advice. Always consult with a professional before making financial decisions.